everyone, thank you for joining me once again on this Spectrum-bound adventure. My name is Nick. This game is called Athena, which was published by Imagine Software in 1987. It's an 8-bit game, of course, also come out on the Amstrad CPC, the Commodore 64 and the NES. You play the part of a warrior oriental princess called Athena. Look at that with a red bikini on, that seems quite vulnerable. But she's been transported to a strange forbidden land and must battle various goons of the Dark Overlord and escape. She's a bit of a samurai as well, so yeah, it's like a platformer, I guess, hack and slash type thing. Here we go. It's very monochrome. Looks a bit iffy so far. My strength bar is on the left. If it goes out in total white, we're dead. Looks like the enemies continue to regenerate. The graphics seem quite detailed at the moment. It's all a single colour, but I can let that go, it being a zxspectrum game. And I'm dead already. Looks like she can punch. We start off in the world of forest. The 48K, you have to load different levels in between. It's moving quite slowly. I'm not quite liking this so far. I think it's the enemies keep coming to you very, very fast. You haven't got too much chance to attack them. Hopefully we can pick up... Oh, the jumping's a bit iffy as well. So I don't feel fully in control of this, and I'm dead again. If I don't get very far, I do have a poke for infinite lives. We'll see how far we get. Now, I presume in the end of each stage on this, the colour changes between stages. The time is ticking down on the bottom right. If that runs out, we lose a life. We must destroy scenery to get upgrades. There's an upgrade there. How I use it, I do not know. There's a vine. Can we climb up that? Who knows? Yes, we can. Great. So it's a poor version of Ghosts and Goblins, really. Moves a lot slower. Controls are awful. And the enemy just... Well, they just keep regenerating, which makes it a bit frustrating. I'll see if it grows on me, but it's not a classic I would have come back to a lot back in the day. And the jumping is extremely weird. Yeah, I would have thrown the joystick at the wall, I think, after a while. The channel, as you know by now, is all about would you have gone back to it as a kid on your first or second go? Would there have been enough there to entertain you or draw you into the magic of what it was trying to present? For me at the moment, no. Frustrating, poor controls, and also sound when you die that insults you and winds you up even more and more as a kid. It's like you're being bullied. Can we drop down there? Yes, it's more or less the same sort of scenery. Don't know what's happening there. So Athena, it doesn't look like a girl that you're controlling. Looks like some weird bloke with a flat head. Did have a sequel, this one, I think called Psycho Soldier or something similar. Playing this, it doesn't really want me to entice me to track that one down at all. Did I fall down to a different level there? Did I just die and regenerate? The power bar goes up. Continue? No. The power bar goes up too high too quickly and you lose all your strength. The character moves too slow to fight all the demon people, the hordes that are coming at you. Out of life. Thank goodness for that. Now, I'm only going to play it again due to this being like a not a playthrough, like a review to see how it plays. Now, this music isn't too bad. Press any key to play. Yeah, right. Well, hopefully the poke works now. We'll find out. See? Right. So, the energy bar isn't going up. It's poor gameplay, both from me and the coders of the game. So we'll just see what other levels look like if we can get there. Now, I seem to have a club, I think, or is it just a big hand on a stick? Bit hard to tell. If you had this one back in the day, let me know on any system. You might have got more out of it if you persisted with it. But this is all about, as I said, what your first or second go would have been like. Is there more to this game? Is there something I'm missing? I mean, I can't argue. The graphics are detailed for a monochrome screen. It's just the playability is goddamn awful. And it's not fun to play at all. From the screenshots, you could have been conned as a kid to think this was pretty good, but it isn't. The sound is annoying. I don't know what those things coming at me are. Are they Pac-Man ghosts? Can't really see that properly. And it's repetitive sounds over and over again. Now, Spectrum, don't get me wrong, Spectrum did have repetitive sounds over and again with a lot of games. Things like Attic Attack, those sounds I hear in my sleep sometimes, and they're beautiful. Here, they're just high-pitched wailings, like nails going down a blackboard. Not something you want to be hearing over and over and over. Can I get off stage 1? I certainly won't be playing this again. And I'm being cruel in this game? I don't think so. All about the playability. You could have good graphics in the world, but sometimes basic graphics win the day if the playability is there. Too awkward this. Maybe it's attempting too much for what the Spectrum could do. 1987. That flower grows out of nowhere. I would have died about 100 times now. Yeah. Man. It's just moving so slow, isn't it? I mean, some of the fastest games didn't come out on the Spectrum, of course, is Sonic the Hedgehog. If you look at that sort of game now, compare it with this, it does feel like you're moving in slow motion. So Arthur moved a lot quicker in Ghost and Goblins. Check out that review. Yeah, streets ahead of this sort of fare. I think it's trying to cash in on the fantasy genre and isn't actually doing too much. Yeah. Oh, what was that? We won't worry about that. Now, my only interest as a kid really would have been, is the next stage, what is that, a different colour? I presume it will be, and that's what we can play. What's the next colour going to be? I'm going to go for yellow. Seems like a good one. It's either going to be yellow or green, isn't it? I would have thought magenta if they're feeling particularly cruel. Let's hope they're not. Stages are quite long here. We need a bit of no, do you see what I mean about the enemies? They just keep coming at you very, very fast, and they come from both sides. And when they hit you, you lose a lot of energy, unless there's some obvious bit of gameplay I'm missing where you need to pick up a shield. But look at this, backward and forward, backward. Even if I was trying to do this properly, to turn around and fight these things, and you fight them, and then another one turns up. So you haven't really got enough time to think. I haven't got enough time to think and admire the graphics of the game and think this is good and get drawn into like the fantasy world it's trying to create. It's very hard to love this. Very hard to love. As I said before, the screenshots, if you saw it in a magazine, you would have thought this is pretty cool. If there's a reviewer that was paid off to give it a false review, you think, yes, it's good, but then you got it home and you would not been impressed. And I don't think you would have played it too many times. Unless this is the only game you had and you was obsessed with the sort of like genre, but to me, no way, Jose. I think I'm stuck again. Am I? This isn't the way forward. As we smash the scenery, there may be some amazing upgrade that makes this game easier that I don't know about. But first or second go, based on the instructions I've got. Was it, if you played any of the other versions of Athena, were they better than that? I'd imagine the Amstrad CPC, the Commodore 64, and the NES, I imagine all three of them weren't in monochrome. If they were, then I'd be very surprised. But monochrome's okay, the gameplay's there, but in this instance, the gameplay is just not there. My gameplay isn't the best, but I don't think you could have done too much better on your first go with this. Too slow. It's like a big sumo wrestler trying to run away from a snail. And that's a video you don't want to watch. There's no such video like that on the channel. If you're a game maker, maybe you can do that. Sumo wrestler versus snail. Who would win that race? Comment below. Right, is this an end of level boss? I mean, how do you avoid this guy? He's moving a lot quicker than me. If you get a chance, do try out this game. I'm not trying to make your day rubbish or anything, but the jumping is goddamn awful. So sometimes he does a big jump if you hold the fire button down. Sometimes he doesn't jump at all. And when you're fighting, oh look, he's dead. Oh, that's a good effect. Anyway, that's a positive then. When you're fighting these guys, going backward and forward, then you need precise controls. Now, the world of Cavern. Did I say yellow? I did say yellow, and I got it right. More or less the same sort of thing. Same enemies. Is there any hidden stuff there we can use? Don't know. You see in the bottom left there we picked up two things. A yellow square thing and a red square thing. What they do I haven't got the faintest idea. Occasionally I press other buttons as well in case it releases them as like a smart bomb or something similar, but that's not happening. So it's all on the joystick here. Fire button. We've got an axe rather than using our arm, but that's not making a great deal of difference. As this guy walks along as if he's not in mortal danger. I say him. It's supposed to be a warrior princess, isn't it? A warrior samurai princess with a red bikini on. What's happened in the difference in that woman on the front screen to this character you're controlling now? I don't know what that is. Yes. Hopefully we get out of here quite soon. So we reviewed two games today. Smash TV and this one. If you watch them live, they go up. I don't think too many people disagree with me, although some might do. It's all about different opinions. But I think Smash TV was a zillion, trillion, billion times better than this. Because, of course, playability. And it was a lot of fun. You could just pick up and shoot stuff. Here, if you want to wander around dark corridors really slowly by getting overwhelmed by enemies that move a lot quicker than you, then this one is for you. With imprecise jumping. Look at that. Well done if anyone completed this one, because you've got a lot more patience than I would have had. I didn't have too much patience as a kid, but even if I had even a little bit more, I wouldn't have got off stage one of this, and it never would have been loaded again, and I might have even copied some, well, Of course, none of us copied games, did we? But if it was on a tape there, I haven't bought the full thing, I probably would have copied over it with anything. My own voice, anything at all. Even Hangman, which I programmed in from the Horizons. I think Hangman, wasn't it? It was in the book that come with the Spectrum. You type that in, Hangman. I think it was. And a game called Pangolins as well. Yeah, I want to get out of here, actually. I think we will leave it there. We've seen enough of this frustrating little game. Good graphics, monochrome, but nothing much else to like. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Athena on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Imagine Software in 1987. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.